Hello, my name's Kelly. I'm with fitnessblender.com, and today I have an upper body workout for you. So I've included both your warm-up and your cool-down, and all you need for this is a set of dumbbells. So this includes everything you need for a smart workout in one video. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, for our warm-up, we're going to be doing each of these intervals for 30 seconds. They're all nice and light. We're just waking up our muscles, getting our blood flowing, and getting ready to work harder. So we're just going slow, over the head, take a nice deep breath, just enjoy this stretch, and then back down. Exhale as you drop your arms. Kind of keep your knees soft here. Inhale on the way up, reach, and drop those arms back down. So like I said, 30 seconds of each of these. No rest in between, so it's a quick transition. We're definitely going to be picking up the pace as we get back into this, as we get more warmed up. All right, so next up, we're gonna be doing a ventral raise plus a side tap. So coming up right here, back in the center. So all the way up over your head, back in the center. So you can start to pick up the pace of each of these as you start to get a little more warm in each of the ranges of motion. But it's fine to move at whatever speed you need to. So make all of these things, make it work for you. Don't be afraid to make modifications, to move slower or faster, lift more or less weight, longer or shorter breaks. It's all up to you to make it work for you. All right, so next up we're gonna be doing bow pulls. So we're gonna be reaching out across the body and act like you're pulling a bow back, and then put it back and do the other side. So just kind of warming up through the torso and through the upper body. Should feel good. Kind of reaching on each end so you get a little stretch at each end of the motion. About 10 seconds left. All right, next up we're going to be doing a curl plus a knee. So standing right, feet together, just lifting up. And if you can, if balance is hard right now, just go ahead and come up on that toe. Otherwise, bring your knee to about parallel to the floor. And you're just squeezing those biceps, just warming up this range of motion for later when we're going to add resistance. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Even during the warm-up, you want to be mindful of that. So next up, we're doing a step back plus a tricep extension. So right here, we're going back and forward, back and forward. So you're bending at the elbow. Keep those elbows close to the sides of your head. Your arms, your hands are just going straight back. Five seconds left, and we're going to switch to a reverse fly. So right here, hinging at the waist, and you're just coming back and kind of hold for a short pause at the top right here, just to really kind of start to wake up those muscles and get a little burn out of the exercise. So make sure you're not swinging your arms. You want to be in control the entire time. It's all very intentional. Keep going. 5 seconds left, and we're going to switch to an overhead press plus a butt kick. So coming back upright, we're going to be kicking ourselves in the butt. So we're warming up kind of the front of our quads just so they're awake, and also pressing up above our heads, which is something that we're going to do later with resistance. So your warm-up should look kind of similar to your workout, except for much less intense and not loaded. So we're just warming up for those same range of motion that we're going to be using with weights. 5 seconds left. And kind of pick up the pace if you want to get a little more cardio out of it. Right, next up, we're going to be standing straight headlong, and we're opening up, kind of like the last exercise, but we're really focusing on opening up the chest this time. So you're just turning as far away from yourself as you can. Try to keep your hips planted, locked in, facing forward, so that all the rotation is coming through your chest and your upper body there. 10 seconds left. Should also feel really good. All right, next up we're going to be doing a march plus some wrist rolls. So kind of just moving around your feet, warming up your legs, just kind of helping your heart rate increase a little bit, and alternating kind of a few circles each direction with the wrists, and then rotate, switch and go the opposite direction. So just kind of wake up muscles. And actually this is good because we spend so much time hunched over a laptop or computer or cell phone It's really good to also, just like any other muscle, stretch them and treat them nicely, you know? So out here for the arm circles, we're going forward first, and we'll switch halfway through this. Just ranging, warming up the muscles around that shoulder joint. You can kind of pace back and forth a little bit if you like. All right, switch directions. So now we're going backwards. 10 seconds left. We're not even started with the workout yet. This is gonna be fun. 5 seconds. Fun with little quotation marks around it, right? All right, so now we're gonna do a press plus a side step. This is our last warm-up interval right here, and then we're gonna grab those weights. So, like I said, you can pick up the pace if you like to make this more cardio intensive, but just move however you need to. However you need to today. Just 10 seconds left. Keep going. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right, so you want either your weights or your resistance bands, and we'll jump right into that strength routine. For strength supersets, we're going to be doing 45 seconds active with 15 seconds rest. So this is a pretty quick turnaround time, which means we're going to be getting a cardiovascular benefit out of this as well. We are starting off with a dumbbell drop and a step back. So you need just one weight. Started right here at the chest. We're going to be stepping back and lowering that weight down. Come back up as you stand back up, and then switch legs. And if you want to, if you're not sore in your lower body from another workout, you can also turn this into a lunge. I'm sore from a lower body workout right now, so I'm not doing that. I'm giving my lower body a rest. So just pick the depth of the range of motion, but the main focus here should be on your upper body. So you want to be picking a weight for each of these exercises. Since we're doing 45 seconds active twice through for each, you want to pick a weight that by the last 10 seconds, your muscles are shaking and you're working. You might even be sweating or breathing hard. You want to make sure that you're pushing yourself and asking something of your muscles rather than just walking your way through it. All right, so next up, we're going to be doing a curl plus a Captain Morgan. So we're going to be adding in a little bit of a balance challenge to work the core as well. Like I said, you can always kind of baby step it by just putting up one foot instead of lifting up your foot all the way. Otherwise, we're going to be curling and then down. We'll do 2 curls on each side before we switch. So lower back down. Now 1 and 2. So like I said, if balance is an issue right now, you can always just kind of put down that foot as a kind of a safety blanket, so you are starting to balance, but you're not entirely relying on your balance yet. So do what you need to challenge yourself and make sure that you're not holding your breath. So right here, you want to make sure your elbows are pinned at your sides, that you're not swinging those weights. Everything's locked in and strong. 2, 1. All right. So we're going back to that step back plus the dumbbell drop. So that single weight. Take a nice deep breath while you can. Enjoy those quick rests. Shake out your legs or your arms. All right, here we go. So lower and step back. Keep it going, keep that core pulled in tight. Make sure you're not rounding your back or arching your back or compensating in any way here. Under 10 seconds left. All right, so back to that bicep curl with the balance challenge if you want it. So you're standing up nice and tall, take a nice deep breath. All right, here we go. So start it up. Remember 2 reps on each side if you want to add that balance challenge. Put in the core work as well. Lower and switch. This is also good for obviously your balance and building stability in that hip joint and the knees and the ankles. You're really calling on all kinds of things with this simple modification. It can be quite humbling too, because especially as you get tired, You definitely find out what parts of your balance you need to work on or which side is weaker. All right, almost done. 5 seconds left. We'll move on to a new group. All right, there we go. So next up, we're gonna be doing a tricep extension plus a halo. So just one weight again. We're gonna be starting right in front of the chest. And this is another time that you can actually incorporate lower body if you want to. Feel free to drop into a squat. Otherwise, just a slight bend in those knees. And we're moving the weight around our head. When we come here, we're gonna reverse the direction. When we're right here, do a tricep extension. So you should feel that in the back of your arms. Slowly lower back down. Bring the weight in front of your body. And then just repeat in the opposite direction. I really like this exercise. And then once you get familiar, you can even pick up the pace a little bit. Just make sure that you're staying nice and strong through your core and that you're not changing your posture in order to do that extension overhead. All right, so next up we've got a Bentover Fly. So 2 weights for this one. It's going to be hinging at the hip and then bringing those arms back in slow controlled motion. Here we go. So keep your back nice and flat, kind of stick out your butt behind you. Do your best to do this motion kind of same speed all the way through. So you're not kind of throwing the weights up there because that's so easy. You're going to feel the difference if you slow down, really bring it up there and kind of get comfortable with the discomfort. So you get comfortable with the feeling of your muscles burning because that's the feeling of yourself getting stronger. Even if it's humbling or frustrating, it's a good feeling. We have about 10 seconds left. All right, so back to that halo plus tricep extension. You need just 1 weight for this. Actually, I'm gonna go a little tiny bit heavier. There we go. All right, 3 seconds. Here we go. Round, extend, back down, and complete that circle just to go the opposite direction. So a good breathing pattern is to exhale at the hardest part of the exercise. So right here, you would exhale. Catch your breath around this circle, take a nice deep breath, and around the time you come back up, let that breath out. Just keep moving that way. 15 seconds left. Try to keep those elbows close to your ears. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so back to that Bentover Fly. And this will be our quick, we'll get a quick break after this interval. Really short water break. 5 seconds left here. Nice deep breath. Here we go. Gonna work hard. 45 more seconds. Inhale as you let the weights down, and then exhale as you bring them back up. And I am feeling this today. I think I'm gonna have to drop my weights in order to get my full range of motion, which is totally fine. You can do that at any point. It's better to do it with no weights and great form than heavy weights in poor form. All right. So we're going to take a really quick water break and then come back for the second half of this routine. All right, guys, we're jumping right back into the second half of this routine. We're starting off with wood choppers. So you need just 1 weight for this again. Take a nice wide stance, and we're gonna be splitting this interval between sides. So watch for the cue to change. So we're going to be taking the weight down to one side, up, and rotate to the other. So this should feel good. It should feel like work, but it should also feel good because it's a little bit of a stretch here. So tapping down, do a really shallow side lunge here, rotate up, and bring that weight to the upper opposite side. And right here, we're going to switch sides. So leaning to this side and extending and reaching to that side. Just repeating on the opposite side here. Try to move strong. Keep your core pulled in tight. Squeeze your glutes. Press up through that heel and then through your toe to reach to the other side. 2, 1. All right, so next up we're gonna be doing an overhead press. And again, you can always add in that challenge, the balance challenge if you like. If you want to stay on one leg, if you want to keep both feet on the ground and focus on pure brute strength, that's totally fine as well. Pick your poison. All right, so here we go. Staying nice and tall, nice and strong. Hoping we don't fall over. We'll do the same thing here. 2 reps. And slowly lower. Foot and weight. And start on the other side. Right. Exhale as you press those weights upwards. Keep it going. All right, so we're back to those wood choppers. So keep just one of the weights. Take a quick breath, shake out your shoulders and your arms. All right, getting set up for that next interval. We're leaning down and then reach up. And like I said, you can make this a deeper side lunge if you want. It all depends on how your muscles are feeling and if your lower body is sore from the day before. If it is, you want to respect those muscles, give them time to heal, and don't do any deep ranges of motion on them. All right, so right here we're going to switch sides, so leaning to this side and now extending up to that side. Try to follow the weight with your eyes. 5 seconds left. Keep going. 2 and 1. All right, so back to that overhead press with the optional balance challenge. All right, here we go. 5 seconds rest left. 2 and 1. Here we go. So up. Pick something to focus on the wall ahead of you that's not moving. Hopefully you're not in an entirely tripped out white room like I am. Definitely makes an extra layer of challenge in the balance department. But if you pick a spot on the wall to focus on, can really help you lock in that balance. 15 seconds left. Keep going. 5 seconds. All right. All right, so we're moving on to a chest fly. Actually, I'm going to take these weights down to the floor with me. And if you have a bench, that's perfectly fine. I just show the body weight only, or benchless version rather, so that you can do it at home if you don't have a bench. But if you press up into a bridge, you get a little bit of glute work. And we're opening up the chest, kind of like a hug. We're not doing a flat press here, not just flat out, but wrists facing one another and then dropping towards the ground. So you inhale, so you lower those weights towards the ground, and exhale as you squeeze them back up towards one another. Try to get those glutes up there. This also engages your back and your thighs, your core. All right, so that's the end of that interval for now. I'm just gonna stay down here, kind of pick a comfortable place. I'm gonna do arm circles. So you can hold on to weights for this if you like, But they're gonna be straight out. Our arms are gonna be straight out from our shoulders here. So out and small, kind of tight, controlled circles right straight out from that shoulder joint. And again, we'll switch at the halfway point here. Make sure you're not holding your breath. All right, we're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1. Go the opposite direction. Reverse whatever direction you were going. Keep going, try to last the whole interval if you can. Otherwise, it's just even like 2 seconds of a break, just to shake those muscles out and then get right back into it. That's the important thing, is you jump right back in as quickly as you can, as quickly as those muscles allow. Ooh, okay, shake them out. And we're going back to that chest fly. So grab your weights and 2, 1, all right. Weights up, and slow, controlled, lower, and bring them back together. So you should feel this through your chest and your arms. And like I said, glutes, lower back, and belly if you are pressed up into that bridge as well. Keep going. Okay, so now we have the next set of arm circles, which is always interesting. And I'm gonna go ahead and go reverse this time first. And then forward, just to mix things up a little bit, just to keep my body guessing. So last time we went forward, this time we're starting backwards. Slow, controlled, no flailing. Just kind of go to your happy place on this. If you're holding weights while you do this, I'll give you mad props, mad respect through the screen right now. All right, so right here, we're gonna go reverse that. So now we're going forward. 15 seconds left. Keep going. There's 3, 2, and 1. All right, so shake them out. All right, next up we're gonna be doing a ventral raise. So we're gonna be going out in front of the body, just straight out, right about shoulder height, slow and controlled. So you probably won't need a lot of weight for this, but if you're lifting heavy for it, more power to you. Just make sure that you're not swinging. So you'll notice I'm not throwing my back up or compensating to get that weight up there. You want it to come from your shoulders and your arms. You're not using your whole body to swing it up there. Again, slight bend in the knees, just enough to engage the glutes and thighs a little bit. Inhale as you lower your weights. Exhale as you bring them back up. All right, so quick break, and then we're going to target the shoulders out to the side. Similar motion, just from a different angle. So shake them out where you can. And here we go. We're in the last few minutes of this now. So standing nice and tall, straight out from the shoulders and then back down. And I actually like to do these in front of a mirror. I think it really helps because a lot of times without guidance, sometimes you might not be realizing it, but maybe your arms go up like maybe you're not quite even. So sometimes the feedback of a mirror can help you make sure that you are creating the same range of motion on either side of your body, which is a good thing. You want to make sure that you're matching. So it's not shallow to work out in front of a mirror. It's great feedback. Great feedback on form. 10 seconds left. Whew, okay, so next up we're doing straight out those ventral raises again. So shake out the arms while you can. Just a couple more minutes of hard work here. All right, so right straight in front of the body, starting in front of the thighs, slowly lifting up in front and slowly lowering back down. Got under 20 seconds left, and this is the last time we have to do this exercise today, so keep going. All right, so we have just one more interval to go, and it's that lateral raise out to the side, similar range of motion. 3 more seconds of rest, otherwise get ready to get locked in and finish this up. Just think of how great you're going to feel when this is over, when this is done, how much better you're going to be able to handle whatever the rest of the day throws at you. You're going to be able to handle it better because you showed up for yourself and you took care of yourself via exercise and alone time in the form of a workout. You did something nice for your body. You should really pat yourself on the back. It's a very good thing. I have just about 10 seconds of hard work left here. 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna shut this off because apparently my clock is slightly off. But now we are to the cool down and stretch, a well-deserved cool down and stretch. So I always like to take a second to just kind of move around a little bit, just kind of freestyle move around, see where you might be tight, if there are any muscles that are begging for a good stretch, or any that you targeted especially heavy today that might need a little extra love. So just kind of big arm circles feel good, and you can reverse that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and find a wall. We'll start off with a chest opener stretch. So if you find a wall or anything that you can place your hand against flat, and then turn away from that wall until you feel a stretch through your shoulder and a little bit through the chest as well. My muscles are shaking a little bit. This means we've worked them pretty well. I'd be interested to see, go ahead and switch sides here, if you guys are sore tomorrow. You have to tell me if you've got shaky muscle syndrome going on. The promise of sore muscles for the next day. All right, now we're going to step forward, so you get a good stretch through your hip flexor here, and then try to act as if you're trying to get your heel down on the ground, so you get a little bit of a calf stretch as well, and then pull this arm across your body. Take some nice deep breaths here, and feel free to move around through any of these stretches. Don't bounce, but kind of just slow, gentle, inquisitive movement. It's always a question, and you're just kind of moving slowly and just testing things out, just seeing how things feel. All right, so we're gonna switch sides. Pull that opposite arm across and lean into that opposite leg. Got a good combo stretch going on here. All right, so now we're gonna go, if you need, it helps to have a wall to balance on. Otherwise, take this foot and cross it behind that one, and then we're gonna reach over our heads so that we get a stretch down this arm, the torso, and even through our thighs, down the side of our body, the whole side of our body. Okay, switch sides. Gonna plant that leg back and behind, And lean. All right, so now we're gonna go take a wide stance and clasp your hands behind your back, lean forward as far as you can, and then let those arms hang up above your head. Kind of let them pull you closer to the ground. It should feel really good through your arms and upper back. And again, you can kind of move through this. Like I'm slowly rocking back and forth, just kind of testing for sore places, and this feels really good. It should all feel really good. All right, slowly come back up from that. And we'll take just a second to kind of roll out our wrists a little bit. Shake out the legs for the help that they did today. And you can pull your wrist back. Do just a quick bout of wrist stretching here. All right, now pull this up the opposite way towards yourself. Really gently here. And now take this entire arm and act like you're trying to pull it back behind your body here. So you feel a nice stretch through your tricep. And it might depend how flexible you are. It depends on where you connect to help that stretch along. So just make the modification that you need to pull that arm back until you feel a nice stretch through your side and your triceps. All right, now we'll do the opposite side. So starting right here, oops, pull that finger back. So you're pulling your fingers back towards yourself. And now the opposite way, whichever way is most comfortable for you. And take that hand up overhead and then use it to, like I said, behind the back or this way. Get a nice stretch through your upper body. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop down to the ground. I think a child's pose sounds really good right now. So we're going to slowly walk out and rock down into that. So you can rest your head on the mat and then try to act like you're pressing your arms into the floor so you get a great stretch through this upper body again. Should feel really good on both upper body, upper back, and lower back. All right, now really quickly, I'm gonna reach up and through so you get a good stretch through the front of your body again. Just reaching upwards. Okay, switch sides. Sweep in with the other side. Right, now let's do a couple rounds of cat to cow. This always feels good after working upper body. So you're gonna go round up as much as you can, really dramatize it. Then exhale and reverse that motion. Inhale, pull up. Move at whatever pace you need to. All right, and let it relax. Okay, so As usual, if you ever want to do extra cool down, extra stretches, you are more than welcome. There's never anything wrong with that. It's always a good thing. Otherwise, we've just completed a great warm-up, a very comprehensive upper body routine, as well as a cool down. So this is a job well done. So I just want to say thank you for working out with me, and thank you for showing up for yourself. It's very important, and you've done a great thing. Thank you guys. This workout is complete.